To what extent should the man meet your emotional needs in a relationship? Great question. Look forward to answering this one. So I'm Jay Diamond. If you just come across my video for the first time, I am a dating and love coach. I have my baby asleep in the next room, so we'll see how long I've got before she wakes up. She's having a little nap, and I'm trying to get some of these videos done, answer some of these questions. Okay, so to what extent the man should meet your emotional needs in a relationship? I have a childhood emotional drama, which I'm very much aware of, yet I feel I'm not being heard by him. He talks a lot and I don't feel it's being reciprocated when it's time for me to say something. Okay, good. So there's a couple of pieces here. Here's the thing that most people don't like to hear. Although we can have awareness and kindness of each other's emotional needs in relationship because we love that person and we want them to be well and we don't want to harm them, you're also not responsible for his being triggered, for his emotional wounding, and he is not responsible for your emotional wounding either. It is not his responsibility to tiptoe around you and your wounding and your basically shadow energy, meaning unhealed stuff, and you're operating from a place of unhealed stuff. So here's what happens. A lot of women come into they meet a guy and they say, yeah, well, I've had this happen and this was in the past and I had this problem with an ex, and guys just the same, so I need you to I need you to do this, I need you to do that, I need you to do this, you shouldn't do that because of all my trauma, you shouldn't do this because of what I've been through. You're asking him to caretake you emotionally instead of you caretaking yourself. This is a big piece. The first question I would ask is, how much work are you doing and have you done on yourself? And what do you need in those moments when you're being triggered that you should be given to yourself? Now, that being said, because that is the absolute basis, because many women will say things like this and they're not doing very much to reflect on themselves. They're projecting and spewing their emotional wounding over other people. Sorry, not sorry, I'm saying it as it is. And then they're angry because the other person isn't making them feel better in the way that they want them to make them feel better when they're not even caretaking themselves properly. So that's got to be the basis. Then from that place where you're committed to loving yourself so much that you're going to caretake yourself and get the therapy that you need and ways to manage your emotional state, because trauma does set our nervous systems off in different ways, and it can cause anger and outbursts and fear and all kinds of different things, right? Trust me, I've been there. I talk from direct experience here. And it's also around choosing a partner who can respond in a healthy way to your requests for connection, to your to requests that help you to feel more safe, but not from a place of you being a victim and you've got to caretake me and I'm not going to look after myself. You need to be doing everything that you can be doing, and then they add to that piece. What do I mean? Well, in relationships, we all have a different history. You and another person has a different history, a different way of doing things, a different way of seeing the world. If you've grown up in a family where you shout at each other a lot, and that's just kind of par the course, and it doesn't mean anything, nobody's in danger. It's just that we have raised voices, like, my part of the family, we're quite loud. And we also have a lot of banter, so we'll joke and we'll say things, and we're not slighting anybody. Whereas other people don't operate in that way, and they struggle with that, and they see it as a threat or aggressive, and it's not that at all, right? But the way that they've been brought up, it might have been a dangerous environment where if voices were raised, somebody was going to get beat. And so the nervous system has a reaction immediately to that, and they go into either fight, flight, or freeze. And here's where the communication comes in. Sometimes we do want to make requests of our partner to help us move through our own trigger in the best way possible. And a good person will want to do that. They will want to do that. They will want to assist. And sometimes it's about the way that you communicate it. If you are coming from, so I've got a masterclass, which is Dating and Relationship Communication 101, which is master for this, because what we often do, instead of owning our trigger and saying, I'm feeling this is what's happening for me, this is what's coming up in my body right now, I'm feeling panic, I'm feeling angry, and I'm feeling disrespected, and that makes me just want to run away. Usually we don't contact ourselves enough to do that and to verbalize that. What we do is, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're an arsehole, fuck off, or something to that effect. And so in that defensiveness, it comes to verbal blows, let's say. But how you communicate can be everything. And sometimes it's good to do this outside of the situation. Okay, this is what's happening, and this is what I'm doing to help myself. This would really help me if you would do this, and it would help me because of this, and it will help me do that, whatever it might be. So, I need some space, and I need to feel calm, and I need you to let me walk out the room. Like, don't try and stop me getting the space, because that's what helps me to feel calm again. And I really need that from you. Are you willing to provide it? Because everyone's at choice. Everyone is at choice. Are you willing to provide that for me? And there might be a conversation. There might be a yes or a no. Sometimes there's a bit like this, because they're like, well, I don't see why you need that. Because I do, in the same way that I do things for you. And sometimes it will take a little while for this new pattern to emerge, but sometimes a new pattern can emerge in a healthier experience. Sometimes people are too in their own emotional drama and their own emotional wounding to be able to give you any leeway in the relationship. It's their way or the highway, and you're saying that he talks a lot and he talks over you, you don't feel it's reciprocated. It might be time for you to think about, is this person really for you? And you might have to say that. If it's having that much of an impact. I don't feel, content in this relationship. I'm not feeling heard. I'm like trying to express to you what I need, and you're just talking over me. And I've had a partner like that. He just literally talks and talks and talks and talks. Oh my God. It's just a monologue. There's no room for anything else to go in, because he's already a full cup and he thinks he knows everything. So you can't tell him anything. And so with that kind of energy, you can't go anywhere. And essentially, you have to see, can it be managed that it can gradually start to dissipate, or do you have to make a choice to be with someone who is emotionally more healthy? Does that make sense? But I would also have a really good look at your own emotional health. To what degree are you meeting your own emotional needs in the relationship? And really make that the starting point. And what will happen is, as you start to meet your own emotional needs, your dynamic within the relationship will change, and you'll come more into your own sovereign power, and you'll stop operating from fear, from victim, from manipulation, from trying to get power over, from collapsing into victim mode. and your energy will shift, and either they will shift with you in a positive way or they won't, and then you'll have the resilience to say, this relationship is not for me because these are the things that I need. Does that make sense? So I know we've kind of gone around the houses a bit, but I could give you like this kind of like super 2 sentence answer, but it's not going to be really deep enough to actually make a difference. Okay, so I look forward to talking to you again soon. I'm Jay Diamond, dating and love coach, and yeah, let's go deep. So you can follow me on Instagram, which is J Diamond, Dating and Love Coach. You can follow me on Facebook, Ms. J Diamond, or you can go to my website, jaydiamond.co.uk. I have an amazing course coming up January 4th, which is called Cherished Level 1. And that is the breakthrough 4-step vibe method for magnetizing your man. And it's really good for people who are inside of a relationship as well, because it's about cultivating your feminine energy and operating from that place, where from a healthy, harmonious place, and creating relationship from there, creating attraction from there, like getting rid of time wasters, really kind of I'm going to show you the secret sauce to male psychology and attraction, and how to like open that in your life and create more joy for yourself, because we love it. All right, so I'll speak to you